East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, let's go. Hey, watch the lane. Switch. He's coming. We got ready.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, lock it. Watch the twist.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Don't get nervous. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on 1st down. Avery. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, Avery. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Rodgers brings it in. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey!
53's the Mike. 53. Check.
Get it.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Saquon Barkley. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready. We're going 25 to Mike. 6 man.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Rock it. Be trip.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
Who that?
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go. Go.
On first down, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A good pickup there of 22.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Time to go, night. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Check. Hey, watch here.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They're running it. At 58 is a mile. Hey,
Now Trubisky. Steps away to his left. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Exit.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot.
On third down, Avery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Avery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Come on, set. Turn 2 soft.
Check 53 is mine. Cover it.
5. 53 ready.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Check, watch the before. Watch the slant.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Chester Rogers, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point try good by Gywu, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Check 25.
Hey. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, 53.
Greystone travel.
Mike, too little, cut. Watch the air. Check.
Get it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Get up! 180! Hey, tight down. There you go.
On first down, Avery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And I think, missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Slam. 80 weapon. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. That's the one. They go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
18. Hey, Alpha.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Crunch. Jam.
Bravo.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Jones. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 50. Plant. Pilot. 64. Reach. Kill. 5.
They run on first down with Jackson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Show it. Check 50. Check nickel.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 38, Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Switch up.
Yo, go.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now, they struggled to get him roped. Now, Trubisky lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
This is Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Hey!
Check the backer, check the backer.
6-6, pull it high.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
51 for Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Championships, baby. 36, 36.
Blue.
They'll keep it on the ground. Avery, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. Screenplay, Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, Gywu.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike 54. Go. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down now, Avery. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. The first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the production just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
54, right there, 54 Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Trubisky, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Gywu the extra point. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up winners. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now...
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point try good by Gywu. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Giants, the win means they'll finish in double